let's dive into 7 ways to hold yourself accountable. Number 1, to hold yourself accountable and to live an extraordinary life.
So number 1 would be set those standards. As common as that is, we don't have standards to live by. We are just living without really setting our own level, our own bar that we have to achieve.
So in order to set those standards, I'm just going to riff off number 1. In order to set those standards,
are we going number 2 here?
No. You have to figure out what your current standards are. Say, for instance, you wake up in the morning, you wake up with your children, you don't have enough time for yourself. That doesn't mean you don't. We talked about this yesterday. Time is a feeling. It's not that you don't have time. It's that you have as much time as you need. You just have to grab onto it. So maybe that means to set your standards a little higher. You need to wake up just a little bit earlier. In order to wake up a little bit earlier, maybe you need to stop scrolling TikTok at 12 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock in the morning, I
wonder who that's for. Intense. Cool.
So, I mean, that's just one way. I mean, it's the little things, and stack those little things. So that was number 1. Number 2, surround yourself with the best people. And I'm not only talking in person, I'm talking online as well, especially online, because so much of that stuff that comes at us online is from stuff that people are putting down. And if you are surrounding yourself with negative people online, chances are you're going to be scrolling through a lot of negativity. And I know I've said this quote before, but this quote came from an anonymous source. And she was like, I was scrolling through TikTok, or I was scrolling through Facebook. I was just scrolling and I saw something I really didn't like. And I kept scrolling and I was fine. So if you see negativity on Facebook, keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. It doesn't concern you. If it's negative, it doesn't concern you. It doesn't concern your new standards. Your new standards, you are setting yourself at a higher bar. That means the things that you read are going to take you to that higher bar. The people that you surround yourself with, which is number 2, because I'm going ahead of myself. The people that you surround yourself with take you to a higher bar, whether it's online, on social, or in person.
So number 3 is no negotiating, not negotes, no goats in your standards, but no negotiating with yourself. Don't allow yourself to be the reason that you don't, right? Because the first person you have to battle with is your internal self. So put these words in. Jocko Willink does as well. Just no negotiations. Time to get up. Time to do what's supposed to be done. Just do it. No negotiations. Just get it done.
I think that's why, Jason, I like to challenge ourselves so much, because these challenge comes with a list of stuff to do, and either you do it and you win, or you don't and you fail, and you learn from that fail. You learn from that fail. But if you have these lists of things that you have to do, so this is number 4. Plan it out. Plan it out. Like we said, for number 1, set the standards. But that number 1 is almost kind of like ethereal. Like, this is the standard that I want to set. This is the better self that I want to be. So in order to be that better self, you have to plan it out. How are you going to start being the better self that you want to be? And sometimes it starts with that one thing. For instance, we've been doing these push-up challenges, and that up-leveled my life. So thank you, Bill Allen, for challenging me, and Will Smith for challenging me to do these push-ups, because in doing these push-ups, I feel stronger. I feel healthier. I feel like I can take on the world just because I just strengthened this upper body part of me. So if you need to just take that one step, do that one step, but plan it out.
So number 1, set standards. Number 2 was surround yourself with great people. Number 3 is no negotiations. And number 4, plan it out. And number 5 is be that great person that others want to surround with. Set yourself and notice that people are watching. People are watching.
So I'm going to riff off of that to number 6, be a leader. That's it. Just be a leader. Do those things that you see. If you want to see change, lead the change. If you want to see a better world, be the better world. The world right now is looking for leaders. And yes, there are people that were born to leadership. We see them every day, good and bad, whether or not you agree with them or not. They are leaders. They take charge. They're front and center. They've been put in that position. And then there are those who are just leaders by proxy, or leaders because they've kind of been put into that position. And that is not bad either. But the thing is, we can all be put in this position of leadership to lead the people that surround us, so your family, whether maybe it's just your family, maybe you need to be a better leader for your family. So be that leader that we are looking for.
And last one is, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
So you're not going to just show up when you perceive it's time to show up. Things like when you're walking down the street, picking up trash that someone hasn't learned the proper routine for, setting that standard. You go to the grocery store, you don't just leave the cart to flow down the aisle and hit someone's cart. You put it back. You open the door for other people. You say, thank you, you're welcome.
Hello.
Hello. You set the narrative, because when you do that, you are now setting yourself for the success that you will continue to have by showing up, being presentable, being your best self, because how you do anything is how you will do everything.
Think about that person you want to be. You want to be that happier person. You want to have more energy. You want this, you want that, you want the other thing. So if you want more energy, then have more energy. Get more energy, eat better, excite yourself, breathe deeper, meditate, bring in that energy into yourself. You want to eat healthier, then eat healthier. You want to exercise, then exercise. It's all about making those choices that you have in your head, those to yourself. They're extraordinary. They're more than ordinary. They're more than the ordinary life you think you're living. Extra. They don't have to be extra. Bring that extra and bring it down into yourself. And like I said, sometimes it's the smallest things that you have to change. In fact, my accountability partner, Amanda Del Sayed, both of us challenged each other to do one thing a day. So for me, it's to read one psalm in the Bible.
Okay. So
I actually have a podcast called I think it's Talking Psalms, or it's a podcast, and it's amazing because he just goes one after another. And for Amanda, I challenged her to do 10 push-ups. And every day, just 10 push-ups. And I told her, don't do them on the ground. This is how and I actually showed her a video. This is how I do them. I'm not a physical trainer, but I've been told I have okay to good form. So I showed her how I did them, and I did them on the edge of my bed. And she's like, awesome. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to start there with her, and she's going to start here with me. So we're both up leveling each other. So that's just an example of leading an extraordinary life. Surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, accepting that challenge. And then, as we said with number 7, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So I'm going to take her challenge, and I'm going to do it not even to the best of my abilities. I'm just going to do it.
It's being your best self.
Yeah.
And that's honestly a through line through a lot of our shows, is setting your standards, surround yourself with those great people. Don't negotiate with yourself and put yourself down. Plan it out so there's something you can rely on. That's your backbone, not that you're guessing each step. Be the great person that others want to identify with. So when you're surrounding yourself with great people, become that great person. Be that great person that others find that higher frequency to want to go to. Be that leader. And when you are that leader, notice that you are leading, whether it's from in front or behind. And it's how you do anything that will show up to how you do everything.
It's so funny. I sometimes I think we're just repeating ourselves, even no matter what the topic is. Sometimes we repeat ourselves, but it's true. We are repeating ourselves, because so many of these things to up level your life, whether it's to lead a more extraordinary life, whether it's to schedule things out, whether it's to be a leader, whether like 5 ways to do anything. A lot of these things, you just have to do the same thing over and over again. It's finding your best self. It's setting those standards. It's no negotiation. It's scheduling. It's time blocking. Like all these things, even if you just pick one to do this week, and then you stack one good thing on another week by week, by the end of a month, 2 months, 3 months, can you think about how much more your life will be up leveled? But for now, just think about right now. What can you do right now to lead an extraordinary life? Take it to that level. What can you do right at this moment, right now? Whether it's just sitting up in your chair a little taller, like imagine this string is pulling from your chest. It's not you. Don't think it's you doing it, because then some people don't like the thought of like doing that extra. But imagine like something's just pulling you up, like from here. Like we're right now, I'm very relaxed, but I'm sort of in a low state when I do this. But if I do this, I'm in a higher state. I'm more open. I'm more open to whatever life might bring me. I'm here, it's stronger. So if life throws me a curveball that I'm not expecting and it hits me square in the chest, I'm strong right now and I can take it.
Join us for your second cup of coffee every Monday through Friday at noon.
Live every day, bringing us our best content we've done so far. Super excited, super engaging, bunch of great guests. We're here to answer your questions, and we so appreciate you listening. Make sure to check this out.
Can't wait to see you.